Hi, I'm Michel Labrèche. So, in the midst of the diffusing of the information contained in my book, The Wizard of Oz, To or the Sole Purpose, I came across a lot of people, and today we are having the pleasure of having the interview with Mrs. Michel Cuggia, and she's someone who really tapped in something very, very awkward and unique, because she's going to talk to us about
The Baobab.
the Baobab. Now, for those of you who don't know what's a Baobab, well, Evelyn's going to say what exactly it is. So if you can see, this is like a seed of an apple. So you must imagine the size of the Baobab. Let's go.
So this is actually a Baobab fruit. Inside it's dehydrated, and what we do is we take, inside there's actually the Baobab pulp. There's the seeds that you can use for Baobab oil. Then you have the fibers that you could use for anything that, like soap or shampoo and stuff like that. Then on like the actual fruit, you can use it for bowls. Then on the tree, 100% of the tree, it's actually usable. You could use the leaves for tea. You could use the l'écorce.
The bark.
The bark of the tree. You could use it for to build houses, to build roofs, or just to lend fire. And inside the tree, you could actually dig a hole, and you can have 100 liters of water that you could have after the rainy period.
So that's really a huge tree you're talking about.
It is a very huge tree. Some tree are about, like, you could put about 10 to 20 people, and the majority around the tree. I know the biggest tree is 175 people that can do the whole tour of the tree.
To circle the tree, you need 175 person.
That's for the biggest one.
Holding hands together.
Yeah.
So the circumference of the tree must be like really tremendous.
It's very high, yeah.
Okay, so that tree basically, it does not get to that size in 5 minutes. So how old are the most advanced trees that you know about?
Well, the majority of the Baobab trees are between 1,000 and 2,000 years old. But I know the eldest tree that was recent was 5,000 years old.
So there's actually a tree.
Yeah, 5,000 years old.
Actually, there's a tree on Earth that is here right now, and that was there before the Greek Empire reached a peak. So that's really awkward, right?
Yeah, well, that's the reason why there's a lot of benefits in the Baobab, because they've been there for centuries. So all the nature, all the good stuff from Earth are in the tree, and it's been there for such a long time that all the nutriment been staying, and they renew itself. So it's a very, very, very good tree.
So the thing is, this is what I have in my mind that just popped up, is that the roots of that tree must be really, really down deep, because basically, since it lives so many years, it developed like kind of a net, and it developed that, and it goes very deep, then it can access and tap in Earth's energy, and through pumping it will accumulate in the sea. So how many different Baobab kinds do we have on Earth?
There's 9 kinds of Baobab trees that you can find on the planet. Most of them are in Africa and in Madagascar, in Western Africa and Madagascar. The one we use is in Senegal. We import from Senegal. It's on the Senegal digitata. There's on the 9 types of Baobab, you have only 2 that produce fruits, which is this fruit. The one in Senegal, the one in Madagascar, it's a tad bit smaller and it's more round, but this one is from Senegal.
So basically, is that fruit like, usually when I think of a fruit like an apple, an orange, it will be very moist and soft. Like, is this thing dry or is it like soft?
This one is dehydrated. So when you open it, you can actually cut it in 2, and then inside you're gonna see it's tangible. You have the little seeds, then you have the little the pulp, and you can just eat it like this, and like
a
eat it like candies.
Like a coconut.
I never opened a coconut.
Well, you
before.
should, because what arises in my mind is exactly this. People go climb in the trees, open up a coconut, and you have the water, and then
Well,
you have
there's
the
water
pulp.
in the coconut, but there's no water. There's nothing liquid inside the baobab.
So the question arises in my mind is that if a tree can reach like 5,000, 6,000 years, of course the longevity of anybody who would be consuming this, basically should be enhanced because it would probably enhance on your immune system and your. I know you talked to me previously that it was doing a really great job for the digestive system, and if you have, let's say, even I don't know, illness with the skin
With your
or
skin,
with
well,
your heart
dry
disease
skin.
or your tension or whatever.
Yeah, well, the baobab pulp is very good overall for your intestinal health. Majority constipation, diarrhea, bloating. It's really gonna help. If you take like the juice that you drink, this is my company. Within 30 minutes, you could see a difference. If you're bloated, you could see a difference within about 30 minutes after drinking a bottle. If you're sick, I don't know, you have the flu, you have a gastro or something, you could take the baobab pulp, mix it with water, orange juice, which a bit of sugar, and then you can drink it, and you're gonna see a difference within maybe an hour.
So just tell me that this is your company, right?
Yeah, this
And
is
what's the name of the company? Because I
it's
see.
Obi drink.
So I see like a kind of an awl or something like that.
Well,
and you
it's
have two
it's
big
like a little
eyes.
smiley face
Okay.
because, and the two eyes refers to OB, so it's the two middle letters of the baobab.
Oh, I thought that had something to do with the
B-A-O.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
No.
You know, like
No.
this ring is out of this world, and that's why I thought it was a link. But now I see that there also are two letters that are part and forming the word baobab.
Yeah, because it's an overall feel good drink. Because if
Tastes
you,
really nice.
well, thank you. We have 4 flavors. We have lemonade, island punch, watermelon, and sour cherry. That you can actually find in a few stores.
Yeah, you just told me that you signed over like a very nice
100%
contract.
natural.
Yeah, it's 100% natural.
So you just signed a big convention with a major store that sells those drinks?
Yeah, we actually just signed with Sobeys. It's only IGA and Hachelberry, but it adds
This is
up
local food store in
to
Canada.
in Quebec.
In Quebec.
Yeah.
And then you
Well,
open
it's actually
up on
national, but we focus on Quebec first.
first, and then you open for Canada, and maybe you tell me about the United States market.
Well,
What's your intent on that?
eventually we want to go in the United States, but it's not something in a very near future. Maybe within a year or two, it's something that we want to explore. But so far, we want to focus on Quebec. Really install ourselves, make sure everything is settled, and once we're settled and our sales are very high and going, then we're just gonna expand slightly.
Oh, very good. So basically, this reminds me that, like bees, you have the queen bees, and then the queen bees lives maybe 7 or 8 years, whereas a regular bee live maybe 30 days. So if you are dipped into what we call gelée royale, the royal jelly for the queen bee, maybe you're gonna outlast the regular span life and by 10 times. So I guess that if you take a lot of baobab, your enhancement in your lifespan should be like double, technically speaking.
Maybe.
So probably that's a lot of nice propriety. And so the thing is that I understand that we have a picture here of that tree, and it's not like a bonsai tree because which is really tiny. It's exactly the opposite. And that tree, like you told me, and for the camera's sake, there's a person standing here who maybe is 5 or 6 foot tall, and you see the size of the tree. And this is not only the total of the tree; it's only a part of the tree. You could like dig a hole in it and have cars driven and even buses through because it's so humongous,
Well, there's some places in Senegal. They actually, I know there's a place they built a bar inside of a baobab tree.
A bar.
Yeah. I
I
don't
know
remember where exactly, but I know they built a bar inside of a
Oh
baobab
no, I
tree.
saw that on the internet, and it was the name of the bar. I know it's the bar, the Cod Bar. Joke. So basically, I guess that you have a very nice future ahead of you, And you were telling me previously in another meeting we had is that your intent is to give back to the people of Senegal.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Well, the thing is, we get the baobab from Senegal, and we want to give back because the reason is like we want to help them produce more baobab. We want to help them having a more stable life, better money if they can, better lifespan. So we want to give back in with their facility, to reinvest in their facility, to have more power, electricity, water, so they could actually work in a better environment. That's one part that we want to do. And the second part, we want to revamp orphanages. So we want to go first, like in the first village, and see what they're missing, what are their needs, and then revamp the orphanage. And then once this one is done, maybe 6 months later, try a second one, revamp the second one with their needs, and so on and so forth.
How bad is it over there? Like, is it real bad, like in Haiti, or is it like not too bad? Because some of the African countries, they have money because they have gold and diamonds and stuff in the ground, but some others are really, really poor, and they have to walk for 20 kilometers to get 1 liter of water. So what's the status on that?
Well, it really depends where you are. I know there's some villages that
5 minutes.
I know there are some villages that you need to walk miles and miles in order to have water. So that's like the bad part of it. But what they do, because they were born in it, so they just go like 20, 30 people, and then they just grab a bunch of plastic filled with water, and then they come back and they have water for a few days. But I wouldn't say there's a big difference between Haiti and Africa. I've
So
been.
it's bad.
Well, Haiti
So
is not
we have
that bad.
Oh wow. But
To
it
be
depends on
honest,
what
I
side
just came back from Haiti, and it's not that bad.
what side of the country you are, of course. Some places are nice, but if you make the global average people and then the...
Well, I was in a village, no electricity in Haiti.
Yeah.
And we actually were bathing in a lake with a pig in.
Mhm.
And we would take the same water to drink, but we would filter it before.
Yeah.
And these people are born in there, they don't know nothing else. So they are happy with
They're
what
happy.
they have, because they don't know anything else.
That reminds me of the city of joy, like in India, people are living outside the big cities and they're living in the slum yard, and it's really, really bad, but since they don't know anything else,
But
they
this-
kind of be happy in their unhappy state.
Well, they don't know an unhappy state.
Yeah, but we have to make ourselves sure that they can evolve and they can grasp another dimension of consciousness, because if we teach them some stuff, basically they're going to say, oh my God, we were really bad and now we're better off.
But these
because-
people are very creative.
Of course. When
Very
when you miss resources, you know how to go deep down inside and with your inner self and take all your creativity and to do things that otherwise you won't have because you don't have the money to do stuff.
And and even in Senegal, yes, because I visited Senegal and Ghana, and I would say both have a lot of similarities when it comes to villages, and when it comes to the big cities, it's pretty similar. Senegal is one of the richest countries in Africa due to the export import they do. Where the villages, it's not that bad because, like I said, they don't know nothing else.
Yeah.
But I stayed in a village for a week in Senegal with no potable water, and I was perfectly fine. I survived. I'm here.
Yeah, you're smiling, so I guess that now your new baby born is going to be the seed of Baobab, and I'm being told that you bear it in yourself. You're pregnant.
Yeah, I'm
So
pregnant.
that's why it shows because you're radiating a flow of energy of love,
Thank you.
and I'm sensing that from afar.
Thank you.
So it's been very nice having you on this interview, and then I hope that people are going to be like looking up, to see where can I buy the Baobab and what can real good it can do to myself.
Well, they can actually go on our webpage,
What's it called? Yes.
obdrink.ca, so obdrink.ca, and you have the whole list of all the stores that sells our product.
well, looking forward to do this. Thank you.
Thank you.